Hey guys, welcome to the recap part 2 of season 1. What do they have to do, Dan?
We want you guys to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share all our content. That'd be great. So yeah, let's kick it off, I suppose.
All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy part 2. The next one we will be talking about is a good one. It is the Woombye pub.
Woombye pub with Anna and her other associate with her.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But Anna, the best thing about the Woombye place, apart from everything that we caught there with the EVPs and all that kind of stuff, which was absolutely amazing, was whenever a person hears their first EVP, the reaction is priceless.
Yeah.
Anna's reaction to hearing that EVP for the first time was absolutely amazing, and it was really a big validation for us that they actually heard what we were hearing, you know.
Yeah.
But her reaction was absolutely priceless because it was a very deep voice male that come across, and she really stood back from it, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about your memories of that place? What do you think?
Oh man, it was great. I really enjoyed it. I mean, just the backstory of the place too, where it was about the publican that worked there hung himself on the stairwell, you know. So, and when we were there, we went and done an EVP session down at the stairwell there, and the EVPs that came through, and the EMF detector was just going berserk, you know. That was great. Like, what else? I'm trying to think.
Also, we set up the static cam underneath where all the kegs were.
Oh, yeah.
The stuff we caught there was absolutely amazing. Like stuff moving and gates opening that no one was there.
Yeah, exactly.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah,
so
it didn't make sense.
That was really interesting too.
Yeah.
Definitely. One place, I have to admit, I'd like to thank Anna for that because she really went above and beyond for us to let us in there.
Yeah.
Because it was after close that we did it, and she stuck around and took us through the place and gave us a bit of history. So thanks a lot for that, Anna. That was absolutely amazing and awesome. We do appreciate that.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, the staff there, beautiful place. Go and check it out. Absolutely brilliant place. Good feed. So, yeah. Any other thoughts on that place, Dan?
Nah, it was good. Good location, great evidence. But no, they were the main key points, what we just said there. But what about the, where do you want to go next, Joe's or Peachester?
Actually, let's talk about Peachester Cemetery because we've been there twice now. The first time it was by ourselves.
Yeah.
The second time was with RJ Cox,
In
Paranormal,
yeah.
Benny, Bobby. Thank you. Love those guys. They are so awesome to work with.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our first experience there, Dan. You can take us into this one.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the place isn't that big, right? It's very small. It's a very small cemetery. You can throw a rock from one side to the other. That's how big it is, you know. But it's out in the middle of nowhere. And when I say nowhere, I mean it's out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Now, when you go down this cemetery, you go down a pathway, and when you get to the very end, it goes down to the area that is the memorial area for the people that served. Now, you go to the right, nice and peaceful, no real weird feelings or anything. You go to the left, totally different ball game, man. Totally different ball game, completely different. You go in there, and the feeling is just eerie, negative, freaky, whatever the words you want to use, you know. It's like things are looking at you through the bush. It feels like something's about to walk out of there, you know, and just because the whole thing's surrounded by bush area, you know. And then we happened to get an EVP that really scared the pants off both of us, and it was clear as a bell. Clear as a bell. What was it? It was the
clear as hell.
The power of Satan.
Yeah.
Power of Satan.
And then just prior to that power of Satan, there was a EVP that come through of a lady that said that I wish to live.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I wish to live. Yeah.
Those and Do you remember too when that the power of Satan came through? When we actually heard it, it sounded like a growl. There were no words.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like words to me. It sounded like a deep
That's
growl.
right. That's right. I remember when it
And
happened.
then,
Yeah.
yeah,
You thought it was a
when you
growl. It
come
sounded
through
like a
to
growl
edit,
to you, and to me, it sounded like a growl, but I could tell it was words. You know, it was a growl, but words. I'm like, that sounded clear, but at the same time, not clear to work out at the time what it said.
Yeah, and the thing is, I remember when you came to edit that video, and you rang me and said you need to get over here now.
Yeah.
And I literally live like 5 minutes from Dan.
Yeah.
So I've jumped in the car, raced over there, and he goes, "Here, just listen to this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Just listen." Put it on. I went white. I freaked out. It was like, holy crap, that is the clearest power of Satan I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But that was definitely an interesting location. I remember you brought up a point that we didn't hear when we were there. Oh, or did we? I can't remember. But you, through the editing process, picked up that chanting.
Oh yeah, the chanting. That's right. Yeah, the chanting. Yeah, it was like a.
And it was
real like ancient ritual sort of chanting. Yeah. It was really weird. Yeah, we didn't hear it with our own ears. It was just it was picked up on
We've had a lot of things, like when we do another one of these Zoom things, we'll go into season 2 and talk about a lot of stuff there. But we've had that happen to us a few times where haven't heard anything, but it's picked up on the cam. So we'll talk about that later on. But Peachester is one of my favourite locations. I tell you, that place is. I reckon someone's done something bad out there.
Oh, there's definitely something practiced there for sure.
Devil worshippers or whatever's done something there, but you can feel it, like especially down that bottom part. When you're walking around that bottom part, it feels like someone is watching you from the
big
bush.
Time. Well, that's like
and right beside that bush, it's down on a slope. But the one of the interesting things too is like when you did all those still shots. You got to talk about that, man. Some of those shots.
Oh, the shots at the Peachester.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there were some shots there that just unexplainable. You know, like you'll see them in the video once again, folks. Yeah, but I can't remember the exact shots. What ones are you referring to?
The one I'm talking to. Sorry, mate. The one I'm talking to is the halfway up the tree, which is just not humanly possible to climb so far. Yeah. That's it. You talk about that.
Yeah, the two eyes. Yeah, well, you look at this photo, and it's like it's definitely not an animal. Definitely not an animal. Because you could just tell an animal's eyes with reflections and light. This thing was just unworldly. I don't know. I don't know how you explain it, but it was just two eyes looking right at you up in the tree, about halfway up the tree, wasn't it? Yeah. It wasn't like
And the eyes were red.
Yeah, and it was like yeah. Got us beat.
Well, the second video we did there with RJ Cox Paranormal, we'll talk about that in another video because that was just phenomenal too.
All I can say though is if you do want to know about that video, go watch it because. It's something that I've never experienced before. Well, we've never experienced before, and I've never seen it happen before in any videos. I've watched everybody from Omar to heaps of different people, that do this stuff. Big names. The Haunted Side. I've seen heaps of people doing this, and I've never ever seen a double K2 meter experiment done the way we done it, and it was just blew us away. So anyway, that's in season 2. It's in season 2, and it's the
tuck that one away.
Yeah, check it out. It's a return to Peachester Cemetery. But okay, so where we're going now, guys, is we're going to head to the tunnel. Now, you tell me where the tunnel is, Pete. What's it about?
Okay, it's an old World War II tunnel. It's out at Landsborough on the Sunshine Coast here. Basically, this location is now no longer it's just a tunnel. Like the train lines have been moved and no trains go through there anymore. Basically, what they used to do is transport soldiers from the top of Australia down through back to Brisbane and further on down.
For the war.
yeah, this was for the World Wars. Basically, this place is perfect for that stone tape theory. Explain what stone tape theory is, Dan.
Okay, stone tape theory is basically where what they class it is when you have residual energy that's from the past and it gets trapped in things like stone, solid materials like stone, wood as well, things like that, and in the ground. We don't know too much about how it works. All we know is that that's what it is, and where it can replay that energy over and over and over again through history. So basically, we were in the tunnel, and one of the things we did here was because I was only just watching that video today, just to go over it again to remember some things. And one thing that we did capture there was a bang, and it sounded like a gunshot, and we didn't even hear it. So I don't know if you remember it at all, Pete. I don't know, but if you watch that video again, you'll see. Yeah, we did. We had a bang, and it was like a gunshot. It was only the three of us there. There was Simon, a friend of ours, myself, and Pete, and we were walking down this tunnel, and actually, we're just heading into it from the other end, and we heard this bang, and it was like, oh, well, we didn't hear it on the camera. Heard the bang. And we didn't hear it, and then so I'm thinking that could be a bit of the stone tape theory as well, because it was back from the World War days and stuff. So it could have been a gunshot. It could have been what do they call those old guns with the mucket, or what do they call them? You stuff the thing down and then you bang. What do they call
Not
them?
a flintlock.
No,
That's too early.
No, well, you put the you put the powder in and you pump it down and then you shoot.
Yeah, that's a flintlock, dude.
Yeah, there's another name for them too. But anyway, could have been one of those guns, from back in those days, But anyway, we heard a bang. And then we also heard a train. We heard a train coming through the tunnel, but there's no train tracks.
Yeah. And you can hear that really clear on the videos too.
Yeah,
like especially if you watch that tunnel video, you can really hear that train. And we heard voices in there too. Like, it was an amazing place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Eerie as hell because it's in the middle of a national park. It was really rather eerie location. But
it's a 1K. It was about a 1K walk, 1 kilometre walk from where we're at the park to get to the tunnel. And that's through the bush, through this track, And it's all in the video. You'll see it all. But if you do get a chance to get out that way, guys, go check it out, It's
pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah. So there was a few things we caught there. Like I said, the train sound, the banging sound. There was a couple of there was also some different EVPs, but there was also a disembodied voices too that were caught on. So that's But where we heading now? Final one is to where, man? Joe's Grand Hotel.
Yes, Joe's Grand Hotel. This location was our first actual sleepover location. It was the first time we actually travelled away because it's about 2.5 hours away from where about an hour, 2 hours from where we live.
About 2 hours or so, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the other side of Gympie.
Yeah.
Unreal location. Basically, we asked for the most haunted room in the location, which was room 11. Now, the history behind this location is that it was destroyed back in the 1920s due to a fire. Now, there was no fire brigade there, and these people are trying to put it out with buckets of water, which didn't really work. It destroyed the whole premises, and a lot of people, I think it was 7 or 8 people died on the premises, including the licensee and his wife, and some other people. But the thing with this place too is that they rebuilt it on the location. Now, when we set the static cam up in room 11, we caught an apparition. Dan ran it through some filters, and the way the room is positioned in the hotel, it's no way that it can be a car from the street, because the street doesn't go anywhere near the room. So it was a very interesting location, especially that room. I actually had the pleasure of sharing a bed with Dan, so we could get up and do a 3 a.m. EVP session. That was my nightmare. I love you to death, bro, but that was my nightmare. For someone that moves and snores, I think at that whole night I got about 20 minutes sleep. So that was awesome. Thanks, bro. What were your favourite parts of that location?
From start to finish, basically, yeah, the apparition in the room, that was a find and a half. And that probably explains a lot to do with that feeling I was getting, which is why we done that EVP session at the start before we even set up, you know. But yeah, that what about those fire embers, those lights that kept flicking out? It was like I couldn't see them. You could see them in the camera. They're obviously not there, but you could see them in the camera. So you'll see, guys, in that video, Pete's got the camera and he's basically following me around, and he keeps seeing these things shooting up, like these little light anomaly things, whatever they were.
And then when we sat at the table to do an EVP session in the main dining room, and I've got the camera there, and I could see these embers coming up. I'm like, what the hell? And you saw me reaching out for them like this, and I couldn't grab. There was nothing there, and you're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's the first time I've actually sworn on a video, and you had to censor it. But yeah, that location too got me because you aren't emotional when we do our investigations, and this place really affected you. So it was interesting to see the effect that locations have on both of us. This place didn't affect me as much as it affected you. So, and Dan will show you the part that I'm talking about where he did get emotional. And from my point of view, doing these investigations, it was really good to see that it affected you that way, because it just goes to show that there is an energy there. There is something there that affects us, you know. So that was, for me, that was a really good location, special location, because of the way it affected you as being my best mate and doing this for so long with you now. It was very interesting to see your reaction to that location.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. I don't get too many emotions and feelings when we go and do this stuff. And there was one other place that I did get like that, and that was at one of the cemeteries. I think it was actually
Pomona.
Pomona, yeah.
Pomona.
Yeah, with the girls?
Yep.
Yeah. When we got the Sarah thing, name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're when you do it, you're not that emotional, but because I feel a lot more than you do, especially doing these investigations. But it was really, like I said, it was good for me to see the emotion you had with that location. Absolutely beautiful location, and the staff there, the locals were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, we had a ball after our video and investigation and stuff. We had a great time. But it wasn't after the video. It was beforehand. We went and had dinner. So we went and had dinner and that, and we're having a drink with just one drink outside with the locals, and they were brilliant. They were awesome. But we definitely have to go back out there again sometime, I think, for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those locations. There's a few locations that I want to go back to. Majestic Theatre is one, definitely. Back up to Maryborough, back to Sunnybray. Like, there's a lot of locations in our first season here that we've done that has been fantastic. But guys, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our content and help us get to that 1,000 subscribers, because it's really important. It opens up a whole heap of new things on YouTube for us. And it'll help us grow to go out to bigger, better locations. So if you could really do that for us, that's Kickback Ricazz, the YouTube channel, and our Night Watchers series, season 1 and 2. 2 is still in the processes of being made, but season 1's out. Go and watch those videos. Get it out to all your friends, because it's all 100% legitimate, 100% true. We don't fake anything, because I think it's important to get it out there and make sure it's real. Also, on that note, we have a competition running, and it is still running until we hit that 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's been running for a few months now.
It has. Help us get there. You go into draw to win the chance to win $100, 2 movie tickets, and a Night Watchers cap. So share, and get friends and relatives and everyone to subscribe to get us to that 1,000, and you go into the draw to win those prizes.
Yeah. So also, don't forget, guys, it's free to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything. It takes 2 seconds. Just click a button, the red button, subscribe. And if you do click it, hit the bell. Click the notification bell and tell it to, because a little drop down will happen and it will say bell, then click all. In other words, you want all notifications for when we drop a video, you'll get notified. So that way you can see it. Because otherwise you'll just subscribe, but you still won't know when we're dropping a video. So you've got to make sure you click that notification bell to know when, so you get notified. If you do like this stuff and you want to join us on Facebook too, we've got our Kickback Ricazz Facebook page, and we've also got our Facebook group, which is Night Watchers Paranormal Australia. So type that in, search it up, look for us, and yeah, you'll love it. Join us.
We've also got Twitter and Instagram accounts.
Yep.
So just go to, on Twitter, it's Kickback Ricazz. On Instagram, it's Kickback Ricazz 13.
The
So
number
go
13.
over there and check. Yep. Go over there and check those out. And yeah.
Leave us a comment if you like this sort of video, and you want to see more of these. Let us know in the comments, because at the moment, basically, until they lift these lockdown laws and stuff and the isolation laws, this is what you're getting. So if you like it, let us know. And if you have any ideas or any feedback, let us know in the comments. Yeah, topics, anything that you want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah.
Don't forget our stories too. We've also got our stories videos. I'm just about to drop another one on our YouTube channel. Basically, if you've got a paranormal story that you've, something's happened to you in the past and you want to let us know about it, type it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just type it up in a story and send it through to us at kickbackricazz@gmail.com, or send it to us through our Facebook page as a message. We'll get it and we'll turn it into a story video like our other ones. So, it's there's content that's coming. We're just trying to do what we can to keep this content coming to you guys. So, like Pete said, any topics, shoot them through. We'll be happy to discuss them. In that note, guys, remember, like, share, and subscribe. We hope you like our stuff, and we want to, we'd love to have you on board and share our stuff with you guys. And don't forget, stay safe, stay home, keep out of harm's way, love each other, take care of each other, check on your neighbours, and if you know somebody elderly, check on them too. Keep loving your heart. All the best. Peace. We love you. Take care.
See you on the next one, guys.